right, guys, welcome to school, to class.
I thought I was done with school.
Nope.
You're never done.
You are not done with school.
Hey, Rob, when's the last YouTube video you looked up?
Or yesterday, probably.
Right, so you haven't been done with school for a while.
That's true.
Because remember last time we were on the podcast,
Yeah.
you said YouTube U.
Yeah, YouTube University. You teach yourself how to learn anything you want.
That is true. And that's what we've been dealing with in the last several episodes of that whole debate. Do you need the degree? Do you need the 4-year degree? I've always been a proponent of the degree because I think education is power.
Right.
Yeah. But I say education is potential power.
I've heard that electricity is power.
Wah, wah, wah. Thank you.
How did
do
you
know
nail
that?
I'm just
That was really good.
Did you have that memorized?
No, I was messing with him before it started.
That was great.
Oh, okay.
He's a graduate of YouTube University.
Hold on.
Yeah. So we know that people have been tuning in because MarketAbilities U is a heck of a lot more affordable than some of those other places that you could attend, right? And we're about halfway
100%.
through our curriculum. I mean, we've taught them. They're ready to go. They're ready to start a successful business.
Yeah,
just based on those podcasts.
Just watch the podcast and you'll be
Absorb.
That's it. You'll make more money than you would with a 4-year degree.
by watching the MarketAbilities podcast.
MarketAbilities, right here, produced by Growing Media. Hi, Ronnie Walls. How are you?
Depends on the industry.
I am
You
the
may wanna
new
put an asterisk by
academic
that.
dean of MarketAbilities University.
Nice
I guess.
academic team. I like that. I
love
like
it.
that.
It is an interesting debate, though, because I do come from a teaching world, and even these days, I still say to people that college should be. I think of it like an investment. Like,
Yeah,
is it
100%.
really, like, do you need to wait a bit? Do you need to balance a bit? They're just depending on what it is. There's ways to learn these days. I mean, the world's at our fingertips, literally.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I haven't been on a campus in many, 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 many years, but I also think it's a rite of passage, for a lot of people who aren't quite ready to grow up yet. You can still go study with your buds and hang out and do fun stuff before you
Socialize.
before you have to technically get into the real world and start adulting.
Yeah, learn how to be a
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how it was for me. I went to community college for a couple of years. And I was,
Smart.
I
Yes,
was-
as did
yeah.
I.
And I didn't really know what I was going to do, but I kind of did. And so at times it feels like it was a waste of time, but I feel like I needed to grow through those 2 years before I could
Thank
even
goodness you
make
went and
that
you
decision.
grew. Thank
See,
goodness.
I only went to community college, but I did it over the course of 16 years.
Okay. Again, some things we should not talk
Rob's
about on
all
this
about the
podcast.
community.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
So anyway, we're almost through this, and so we want to get through because people have paid no money to get this education. Okay, so here we go.
Sometimes those are the best ones.
We've learned this within Growing Media. Using visuals for written testimonials will make them more believable. 100%, and who takes the time to go record a customer and say, how did I do for you? Or what do you think about the services you receive?
GM does.
No, we haven't in a long time.
Well, I was gonna say I know we had. We
have.
haven't done it in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
We should.
We should 100% do that because I trust you. I trust you guys. So if I log on to a company's website and I see you guys saying, did business with them, super, pleased,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Right.
Right?
I mean, you should, because I'm very critical.
Yeah. Critical or credible?
Yes.
All right. Here's the other thing that you guys are going to have a good time debating. You don't need a MacBook Pro, thousands of dollars, right? You don't need a fancy logo,
Right.
another grand, or that $87,000 degree to start a business. That is true.
True.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, I constantly get on to people about it because they're like, I need to get this, I need to get that. And I'm like, just start. Because I had some friends come to me and they were like, how do I start a podcast? And I'm like, set your phone on the table and talk over the top of
Get
it.
busy. Yeah.
Like that's all
Talk
you gotta
over
do.
the top of it.
Yeah, don't talk into it. 'Cause then
Yeah,
you're gonna have
right.
really bad sound quality. Talk
Yeah.
over the top of it. But it's like two people. That's all you got to do, and it's a good start. And you're gonna have decent sound quality because cell phones now they have pretty good sound quality for recording.
They do.
Yeah.
Not cell phone call quality. Those are pretty bad still.
Right. Yeah.
But recording it directly into your phone is pretty good.
Absolutely. And if you don't know the answers, you can hop on YouTube, you can hop on TikTok, watch what people do. And like you were saying,
And do the
Rob,
opposite. I like to do the opposite. That's why I've not popped off yet. What do they say? You pop off?
That's
social media.
how my whole entire career got started. Was I learned on YouTube and just Googling everything.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
knew
what
all
I
of
was
that stuff
referencing.
before I went to school. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, say that proves that quote pretty true.
It does.
Just Rob alone.
Right.
So this right here, this is something we talked about in a session before, but because these two are very valuable to us, we're going to go ahead and bring it into this particular class setting today, because I've actually referred to this several times, and I don't know if you have, because you were like, well, it was our aha moment.
Yeah.
So you become wealthy by becoming valuable, right? And then becoming scarce.
So you're saying you basically like become
Everybody wants it.
above everybody else. So
Everybody wants it. And then you can't get it as readily as before. And if you do get it, it costs a lot of money to get it, because there's a scarcity. It's scarce.
Yeah, and it's hard. I want to say it's hard to find people who are willing to pay those prices, but I mean,
no, I think within our own businesses, we've done that. Back to the ankle biter conversation, you know, when we were first starting out, I mean, we would let people use and abuse us. And look, we're not pouting when we say things like that, but we invest a lot of money into the education, into the gear, into the time, into, you know, ensuring that everybody looks great, and to think that you can come in and get, you know, cut our rates. And it's like, you know, you don't get to tell us what we're worth. And but for many, many years when you're starting out, you do allow people to do that.
because you don't know any better.
You don't.
You're like, I need the business.
Well, and you're not super valuable when you start out. I
don't know, man. I had a 4-year degree.
See? That just proves your point. You proved your own point.
100%.
But I also think it's very, you know, like if you're very like niche down into one thing and you are one of the best in the world at that one thing, then you can charge whatever you want, because if people want that certain thing that you do, that you are the best at,
right,
then that's the price. So the price is the price.
Right.
The price is the price. Based on the market. Okay, for us, we're able to choose more carefully now who we do work with, and it's not that we're opposed to doing work. We do a lot of volunteer work. We do things like that, but it is nice to be able to set a price and feel confident that, okay, this is what it's going to cost to do business with us, you know, and not having to take less. Not being afraid is a big part of it too, is removing that fear factor.
Yeah.
But I do think you speak to a really important part though, just saying that, you know, I do have this degree. It's like, well, that's knowledge. And I think there is a price tag you can put on knowledge, because depending on, like you were saying, what kind of industry it would be, if you're going to walk in and say to a doctor, I can hold the same conversation about open heart surgery as you, then come on.
Right.
You know, and there was time spent, and your personal time in any sort of field is of value. You're saying, I am giving up time from my day to do this, and this is how much it's worth.
Yeah. And if he wants to sit on YouTube for 4 hours and learn something, I'm happy to pay him to do it, because I sure don't want to sit on YouTube that long.
And I have done that so many times.
You have. All right, think about this. If your offer has a solid guarantee, which many times when you turn on television or social media or whatever, it's like guaranteed or your money back, it'll result in more sales than those actual refunds. You believe that?
Interesting. I think if there's always like a testimonial type of thing on that ad or the commercial, where it's like, yeah, this worked for me.
Wait, did you say refunds? Did you mean reviews?
No, refunds. So, you know, people make guarantees like a money back guarantee.
Right.
But actually, psychologically, they're saying that that's going to result in more sales and fewer refunds.
Okay, I got you.
Just because of the guarantee.
Right. Yeah. So I actually just bought something on eBay the other day. I mean, this isn't educational, but I bought something on eBay the other day, and the reason that I went with them was because they offered a 90-day option to return it. Because first of all, buying on eBay is sketchy sometimes.
Right.
Because I saw somebody say that they were selling an Xbox, but if you read the description, it was just a piece of paper with the words Xbox written on it. But they weren't selling an actual Xbox. So you got to be real careful when you're doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, so what got me to buy it was the fact that they were like 90-day like return window. And
I'm someone's ideal customer, however, because even if I'm unsatisfied, to get me to box it back up and send it back.
So that was
not going to do it.
So I saw a guy, he was selling, and I know you hate these, but he was selling an online course on like how,
I don't hate them.
On like how to make money. Well, not hate them, but
yeah,
you know, you
I want one.
Yeah. Oh, you want one for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
But he's selling an online course about
it's so oversaturated.
Affiliate marketing, about making money, and he gives you all the software and everything that you would pretty much need, but it was a high ticket price, right? And he said in his sales call or whatever, because I was watching his little ad, he said this is the best thing I've heard in a while. He's like, you can get a refund. He's like, I give you 90 days. And if you don't make, I think it was $5,000 within the 90 days, he's like, I'll be happy to give you a refund. It's no problem. He's like, you can keep the money that you made. Even if you made less than $5,000, I'll still give you your money back. But he's like, I don't want you to want to like even think about getting a refund. He's like, I'm here to make sure that the words refund aren't even in your brain. And instead, financial freedom is in your brain and that you're thinking forward and not backward.
Now it's like, darn it, I've already got my money's worth.
And I was like, that's so good because he's like changing you how you should think about, you know, a product that you're buying. And because I think often you buy something and you're like, I don't know if I want this or not. I don't know if it's worth it. And you kind of get like that buyer's remorse. He almost like removed that because he's like, you can work hard and do this yourself. And I'm going to make sure of that or your money back.
Can you send me that link?
That's funny.
There's a lot of marketing strategies that go behind the scenes of say the ideas or your money back, because the idea of just the herd mentality gets played into a lot. You know, it's if everyone else is getting these results, why am I not? Like, what makes me feel different about it? You know,
some research that we need to do, because it's so interesting when you give something or you receive something in a certain form. Gift certificates and gift cards have been so valuable for businesses because it's been proven that not all recipients will ever redeem the gift card or the gift certificate.
It's the same kind of business strategy that like gyms have.
Crap.
They want you
to pay for it.
I just realized the
that
gift certificate I have that I didn't use. Was it for the gym?
and it expired.
No, it didn't expire.
Yeah, most gift cards now don't expire.
Are you ready for this? They went out of business.
Oh, you know what? My Christmas gift 2 years ago, it was massage, and this chick is gone. And
No,
she would
Mackey's.
not give, the popular pizza place. Darn it.
Mackey's and Marion.
That is so crazy.
But yeah, that's their business model is they want you to put the money in, but they don't want you to use the service. Because like think about, you go to the gym and it's pretty busy, right? Imagine if every single person who had a membership was at the gym. Because there's so many that have a membership that don't even go.
That's right.
So it's the same thing with the gift cards. It's like they want you to buy it and then forget about it.
That is the whole basis
or lose it.
Of Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
The $15.
And that's why it's so cheap.
It's $10 a month.
You're gonna forget about it.
I paid $25 for the black card.
Yeah, right.
If you have a black card, you're probably more likely to go.
But
I don't.
Well, but even still, see, point proven. They get all these people. It's the most genius business plan if you think about it.
Right.
Is they get all these people to pay very little, enough for them to never cancel it because they're like, well, maybe I'll start going to the gym this month.
Right.
Or if they do, people go to the gym. Guess what they have all the time when they're there? Pizza parties. So these people aren't even really like.
Who has pizza party? Wait, I think I lost you.
Planet Fitness.
They have Planet.
All
how are you going to bring
time.
in pizza when I'm trying to reduce the size of my
in this city?
And so it's going to keep them coming back because they're not really losing weight. They're not really getting back in shape.
They're just going for the pizza
and
party?
there's like this community aspect to it, to where you're making friends who aren't really doing as much as they should be for themselves. Anyways, if you think about it, they're actually geniuses.
Yeah. Congratulations there, Planet Fitness. Congratulations.
That is a smart business plan.
All right, so we're gonna. Oh yeah, we're gonna graduate 4 people today, so we need to get through 4 more things. You ready?
Nope.
All right. If you wouldn't work with somebody for a year, don't work with them for a day.
I agree.
Whoa.
Oh,
hashtag marriage.
Oh,
that's
what?
good. That's good, Rob.
That is good, Rob.
Yeah. Don't date somebody unless you're looking to get married.
That's
I
fair.
disagree, but
You need to calm down. No, I was kidding.
Who's at the top of the class right now?
The top of the class.
Oh, absolutely. The dean there. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's something to think about. It is something to think about. We've referred to it many different ways before. That whole, if your stomach hurts when the phone rings and you look down, it's a certain someone, just don't do it. So give value with 0 expectations and you'll get 10 times returns in the long run. 0 expectations. Oh, that's probably along the lines of always under promise and over deliver, right?
Can you say that again?
It's a version of that, yeah.
Give value with 0 expectations and you'll get 10 times returns in the long run. 10 times the return in the long run.
Yeah.
0 expectations?
Yes.
Because like if I'm...
Maybe if you don't define the expectations, I don't
Right,
know.
that's
And then
a
they're
bit
just
broad.
super pleased with what they get. Because it's,
so the basis of the quote is like, so say if you tithe, right?
Right.
If you tithe with the expectation of like God's gonna like totally
Make it rain.
rain
Oh,
money
right,
on
right.
you,
Yeah,
he won't.
He won't.
Right, I get
like
that.
he'll love that you tithe and everything, but if you give with just a giving heart, and like that's it. Like if you give because you just want to
100%.
give, and that's
Zero
it.
expectations.
That's it. There's no strings being
Zero
being
expectations,
tied, like
right.
you just give to give. Then things will always come back to you.
It's interesting
And
that
that
you
is- and
chose
that
the
is
tithing because
so-
it's 10 times. Get
Exactly.
it? Get
Well,
it?
That's maybe what it made me think of it.
Rob's he's in class right now. You'll do well on the finals. Don't worry about it. You'll do
I
all
gotta
right.
take a
You'll do
test?
all right.
Wait, yeah. Wait, is there?
All right, here we go. Keep learning to stay on top of what's new in your industry. 100%.
Always.
Sounds
Yes.
like every day for me.
It's so hard though. There's new technology out.
Oh,
every
I
day.
know. No, I mean, I feel
Oh my
badly
gosh.
now when you buy, and I haven't done it in a while, but you buy that new phone, and the moment you leave, you go home and they play the commercial for the next one. It's already out.
Yep.
You know, I got the 14. Now they've got the 15 Plus or the 16
You know,
Pros
I've-
coming next week.
I've been going with the Google Pixel, and I didn't do this on purpose. It just happened, but I only got every even number of the Pixel. I never got the odd numbers. So I had the 2, 4, and the 6.
Well, look at you, fancy
But it's-
pants.
You're just OCD.
Well, they're on 8 now.
Yeah, it was like
Oh, okay.
seating.
Okay.
So, but no, that's not an OCD thing. I just don't need one. But yeah, it's the obsolescence kind of thing where they're just like, we want you to buy this, but then we want you also to buy the new one too.
No, sure.
And then,
yeah.
I think that's Apple's business model.
It is
Yeah, they
tough.
come out with a
It
new phone
is
every
tough.
year.
It's kind of like when you buy a car and you feel special and you're like, oh, I got the car I finally wanted. And,
And
you're
then
driving around
everybody
and you
has
see
it.
it everywhere.
Everybody
and you're
has
like,
it.
Well, now I
Yes.
don't feel so special.
You know what is the worst at that is the sports video games. It's like Madden
Oh,
NFL
yeah.
2020, and then it's like Madden NFL 2021. What is it? The exact same game with an updated roster? You could have done that online.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like in the past ones they'll even update the roster within the
Yeah.
old games.
So the new one just has like maybe a little bit better control.
But listen, Rob, people got to stay in business.
That's
they got to
right,
keep making
man.
money.
they're not putting any more effort into the game.
Then they're
No.
smart at their business.
Yeah, it's actually a smart business.
Wow.
Less effort, big reward.
We need smarter. Well, I would say you need smarter consumers, I guess.
Good luck.
Okay. Listen, we got 2 more. Hang on. Never think you've arrived. Back to what we were talking about last
That's resting on
last
your
week.
laurels, as you always say.
Gosh, man.
I'll keep my car and drive that. Never put it in. park.
Never think you've arrived. Absolutely. And here we go. This is something that we've talked a lot about. We've featured a lot of these. I don't know. Here it is. A mentor will always get you where you want to go faster and easier. You're welcome.
I do believe
good
that.
mentor.
Signed,
But
MarketAbilities.
it doesn't always have to be like a in-person mentor. Like you can just follow someone online that does something that you want to do and just follow their content and like what they do, and you can look at them as a mentor.
I've just been following Yoda and then doing whatever.
What
he
would
says.
Jesus do? That's my
Right.
guy.
That's a mentor.
That's it.
Yeah.
So where did you get these facts from?
It's just a combination of many, because we've talked about, he always goes back to his guy that sells the online classes and such. So we started to do a deep dive of what all these money gurus, which that was another conversation we had. They're money gurus, but yet they're online telling you that they can help you make all this money, but think about the money that they're making
Right.
in return. And I don't think many people stop to realize that. It's like, dude, that's a business.
That's how they're making
Yeah.
their money.
That's how they're making their money.
It's telling you that they can make you money, not
Right.
not helping you make money,
That's
but
why
telling you can make money.
we will forever, maybe not forever, but it's been this way a mighty long time. There's the 95% and there's the 5%. And the 5% are out there telling you don't necessarily need the 4-year degree, just their online classes. The 44 statements, makes you ready for business.
Yeah. And it could. It depends on what you need, I think, personally.
I'm with you. There's still way too many followers in this world and not enough leaders. End of story.
Yeah. I agree.
Believe in yourself. That's why we have this podcast. We'll help you.
Learn, develop, and launch.
You feel good? Did you get something out of school today?
Wait, what happened?
All right, guys. So we're going to get out of here because we need to get into another podcast. We're going to be talking about what it is that we'll take all your emails, your calls, whatever it is, and we'll make sure that we touch on those things that are important to you.
Absolutely.
Always.
Why is everybody looking at me? Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.